They're extremely explosive. Everybody knows that about the football part of it. But one thing, and obviously people don't know that, they're extremely smart, really smart kids, and that's what we look for. You know, smart kids, fast, physical, and kids who are going to definitely finish. And I think those two kids, you know, they've been on board for a while, especially Cam.
Yeah.
You know, and I got a chance to talk with him today, and he was extremely happy. I know last couple of hours, a lot of people have been coming at him, but he stayed true to what he wanted to do. He felt comfortable with the staff, obviously with Coach Norvell, but those guys are going to come in and have a chance to play immediately. But I think they're ready for it, and that's why you kind of recruit guys who can come in and help you day one.
You've had speed guys in your running back room. Dancy might be a different level of speed, but talk about just his speed in general. What does it bring to your offense?
I think he can do a number of things. With the speed, the length that he has, we can put him anywhere on the field. And that's what we like to do with our running backs. Those kids are extremely can be versatile in this offense. But with the speed, he has Olympic speed, you know, and to be 6'2", long, and it's a lot tougher than people realize. You know, I went to go see him in person almost a year ago. I'm like, oh, he's tough. Just not just a running back, but you know, we're going to be really impressed with him.
Was there a certain pitch that you had to do to those guys when you first started with them? I know I grew up a fan of FSU, and then Cam, you did some work and got in there, but was there anything that you had to pitch to them, like why Florida State's the fit?
Because I thought just what type of kids they were, the families they're coming from, they definitely fit us. Now, like I say, everybody's going to talk about the football part, which is, you know, definitely we're here to win games, but those kids can come in and play, and this is where the places where, you know, you can come to be a star. And they knew I could show them every time they came in exactly where they're going to fit, different things they were going to do, certain things that they were going to struggle in that I was going to help them overcome. And, you know, so we look at certain weaknesses and different things like that, but they enjoyed us being extremely honest with them. And that's one thing about both kids. They wanted somebody to be honest with them. They want to come somewhere where they're going to be developed.
And Cam, literally, with his physicality, he looks like he's ready to play college right now. Just him in general, I mean, his personality really stood out to me throughout the process, just how he is as a kid. I guess talk about him as a leader, what he brings to that room.
I think what he's done in his community at home, working at the elementary school his entire senior year, taking classes online, actually pouring into the people around him. And actually the high school that he went to, you know, it wasn't a well-known high school before he got there, but he wanted to make a difference. The same thing, he's trying to come here, try to help us get over the hump. And obviously his physical ability, but he's extremely smart. You know, he played quarterback in high school, so he knows protections and different things like that, and he wants to be pushed. That's one of his big things. He wants to be a part, but he wants to be pushed, and he's going to continue to be a leader.
And then the last thing for me, Coach, your running back room, guys don't always get a ton of carries. It's like a really split backfield. What are you kind of telling those guys? Like, are you talking to them about the yards per carry, or what are you telling them about your running back and how you're going to use your backs?
Same thing the guys in the NFL tell them, that they don't want a running back to come to that level and be beat up. They want those guys to be versatile. And right now, when you kind of look at the NFL, guys playing special teams, they catch the ball at the backfield, they have to protect $1 million quarterback. They are looking for smart guys. So, you know, yards per carry, we've been doing a really good job the last couple of years. And I tell guys all the time, you're probably not going to get it 25 times a game, but you do have permission to run as far as you want to every time I give it to you. So those guys understand that, they understand the role, and they understand that they're team players. And obviously somebody like, you know, LT displayed that, you know, in the championship game. He was like, Coach, whatever you need me to do to help us win, I'm going to do it. So, you know, those are the type of guys we're looking for.
Every single time that I've met Cam, he seems like probably one of the most mature kids that you will ever see walk through the Moore Center. Is that kind of your perception of him, and kind of touching more along the lines of, you know, his leadership and leading from the front, and him being a big part of this recruiting class, not only as a member but recruiting others? Just talk a little bit about that.
Well, I think Cam did a really good job early on. But that goes out to his parents. You know, I think King Rowe and his mom, Mama D, did a really good job. She was one of our biggest recruiters, you know, so I think just watching him be a leader, he gets that from his parents. He get that from his community, and he's been doing it for a long time. And he actually is a quiet leader. He's not real loud and different things like that, but he's a very strong leader. And that's what we need. We need somebody to come and help us become stronger.
Obviously, with I think he plans on running track as well, and I believe he got injured during the middle of the senior season. When that happened, did you talk with him? Did you reassure him? What was that conversation like through the rest of his recruiting process, and as he really didn't get to finish his senior year?
I think with Danzy, immediately when he got hurt, we got on the phone with him, made sure everything was okay with him. I wanted to make sure he was okay mentally. Going into the senior year like that with the team that they had, they were making a push to get back to the state championship. And I know he was a little disappointed, but we stayed with him through the process. I told him everything was good here at Florida State. He had nothing to worry about. We still want him to be a part of this class, and he's a big part of why we're going to try to get to the next level. But I think he did a good job, and he's really tough, really smart. He's another kid with great parents. They did a great job with him, and he stuck to it and to signing day, and that's always hard sometimes. So you have some kids who are dedicated, and they've seen it through.